Why is your best friend your best friend? When I met my to-be wife asked me, how is Eric your best friend? You're nothing alike. Here is Eric explained. Let's say I am abducted by the Mexican cartel and brought across the border. They say, you need to get us $100K in 72 hours or we will kill you, and you can make one phone call. I would call Eric. He's broke, lives in Kentucky, has no college education, and I have no clue how we would get it. But if one person could, it'd be Eric. However, instead of handing the money off and walking out, Eric would kick down the door with 2 assault rifles, one in each hand, and Rambo his way to my prison cell. He would then be like, bro, I got $100K and 6 pounds of cocaine from their closet. Let's go to Cancun and rage. Quote. That's why he's my best friend. Because he is so smart. I can't live without him. Monsieur, I love you, my dear computer. Because he's a good boy. Last night, the absolute dumbass scared the shit out of me asking if I was alone. BC, she needed to FaceTime me. I was panicking as I got dressed after my shower. Answered the call, and the fucking bitch was using the live emoji filter. IDK, what it's called, of the alien, asking why I wasn't at Area 51 to clap her gray supple cheeks. BC, she got a new iPhone and wanted to show me. After I laughed my ass off, she ended the call with, I gotta go find someone else to clap these cheeks since you have college. Quote. Still my best friend. Still don't regret it. Known her since elementary school. She's my sister. We hated each other for a full year. The next year, we're suddenly best friends. It just happened. We were both troubled teens with shitty parents and had a shared love of writing and video games. Found each other on a writing forum ages ago. Got talking and somehow connected. I think because he was having a lot of problems I wanted to help him. So I kept going on the forums and on chat programs to check in on him. Monsieur, then when I was having problems with my folks cutting my internet access at home, he kept in touch with me via email and I'd read and respond to them at school. Over the years we've developed a twisted sense of absurdist humor that only we share and have countless in jokes. I pushed him to better himself after he never found a job after college. So he's taken an interest in trades like locksmithing. He finds odd jobs for his aging community and cuts their grass, does junk removals and heavy lifting on top of farm work. And I've edited almost every book he self-published. And he's always been able to handle being a sounding board for my issues. We both used to be a mess psychologically. Still are a bit. But we've both gotten a lot better thanks to always having each other's back. I'm crazy proud of him, monsieur. We live thousands of miles apart in different countries and I've never met him in person. But we're best friends going on 18 years and talk every single day. She's been with me through thick and thin. Taken care of me when I was out of commission and I've taken care of her when she was out of it. I can't imagine where I'd be in life without my wife, but I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be as great as where I am now. I guess I had no choice. FNAF and Minecraft. Parents were best friends, so grew into it. Because he looks great inside my mirror. We signed a contract. Unless he presents $60 sextillion in other confidentials, he's going nowhere. Meme literacy. I met her in an Institute of Languages. She has been the mother I would wish to have. Kinda protective, but at the same time she motivated me to do things I was scared of. Like hang out with friends when the exams are over. Yes, I've never walked by myself or without an adult like my parents. Such a lovely person. Unfortunately, I had to renounce to the institute cause of some personal problems. Fortunately, her husband works in the same school I study. So many times I saw her around. Because we both don't give a fuck. Because she is my only friend. Because we're opposites with everything in common. Take that how you want. He is quiet on walks and enjoys belly rubs. There are some things you can't share without ending up liking each other. And knocking out a 12-foot mountain troll is one of them this year. I used to have an answer for this. Because he is my best friend. You always keep your enemy closest. I mean, love that guy. Because we click and he's hilarious. Ended up with two of my best friends because we were seated next to each other during training. With my BF at my current company, we lost our mutual friend, and decided to just team up instead. We look like Mutt and Jeff since she's super tall and I'm super small. We both have a 1,000-yard death stare, and when sitting beside each other used that to our advantage when we wanted our trainer to wrangle the class when they got out of hand. He's been covering my back for 15 years. Isn't that enough? Because we've been married for 37 years. He keeps things 100% real. He has fashion sense, keeps me accountable, and is a social butterfly with no fear while I'm a shy person. She moved in as my neighbor 6 years ago. She's 2 years younger than me, but we've been best friends since. Although right now she's been getting on my nerves. We've known each other longer than either of us can remember, and we are both too stubborn to stop looking out for each other. 'Cause he backs my beef and never snitches. We make the same jokes. He puts up with my bullshit, and for the life of me, I can't work out why. Both arrived at a new school at the same time, and everyone thought we were twins. I didn't see it at all until my dad showed me a pic of her and I said, I look kinda weird in that photo. Amigos ever since. Because 'cause he's just as much of a loser and closet sexual deviant as I am this year. We both hate my sister, and a friendship developed from there. Because he is the only person who isn't actually related to me that has been in my life for 20 plus years. Neither of us really remember how we originally became friends, but we still get together at least once a month to play games and just hang out. My parents are friends with their parents, played video games and watched movies with them when we were kids. Until now, actually. I have no friends. He is the total opposite of me. While I'm calm and collected, he is a spaz. I'm good at the things he isn't, and vice versa. He spotted me on Squat. You're pretty close after that. He offers unconditional friendship. He's trustworthy, reliable, sincere, and always fun to be with. As a true friend, he always tells me what I need to know, even if it's not what I want to hear. I don't think she'd be a best friend by most people's standards. We understand each other well but are extremely individualistic and only talk weeks or months apart. Other people I talk to frequently don't really know what I'm like or how I think. They're just interested in my day-to-day. Just because we both watch hentai, makes a lot of memes, and do shit, a Floridian will be impressed. Any one of several reasons. Because we've known each other practically our entire lives. Because we have built up so many in-jokes and references over the years that we can have a conversation consisting mostly of half sentences because the other half is redundant. Because we can spend months between seeing each other and then pick up right where we left off. Because we still enjoy doing dumb shit like building a blanket fort in the lounge and sitting in it while playing Bubble Bobble. Because we've both been there for each other through the toughest part of our lives. Unbreakable bond. Comfortable silence. It doesn't matter if we go out until 2 a.m. or he comes over at 9 a.m. for a tea before work. He is a very positive energy in my life. Hard. Easy. He's my brother. My mother made it a point when we were younger that we get along. We being childs would always fight. But eventually we've grown to love each other and support each other no matter what. I've been best friends with mine since the 3rd grade, and I shit you not, I don't think we've ever argued about anything. We just get each other. Sense of humor, quirks, and our overall personalities just mesh extremely well. I've always known we've been best friends. But what sealed it was when I finally came out last year and he told me that he still loved me and that nothing would change. I was an absolute mess that day, and that reassured me that everything would work out fine. Because we've known each other for 92% plus of our lives. Played together as little kids. We're quite different in terms of upbringing and personality, and had our phases where we weren't really close, but we always found our ways back to one another, and I just best-manned for him a couple weeks ago, and I'm not sure I've ever loved someone this much non-romantically. I feel like best friend changes with the times. For the last 5 years my best friend has been my wife, and she's the only so I've had who I'd consider a best friend at any point in the relationship. It's a big part of why we're married. I have 4 other friends I grew up with who were my best friend at some point, and we all went through a lot together. Now all of them are like brothers to me. We don't get to hang out often these days, but when we do, it's like visiting good family. She looked friendly, so I introduced myself in class. We bonded over the music we liked. Found out we had the same class schedule, and we've been inseparable since year 7. We're in year 11 now, and we're still just as close as ever. BC, he funny and nice person. He was in the same school as me, but we didn't come after we graduated. And great person. He understand when I'm sad, unhappy, or hating the person. We've been friends 6 years. Because he completes me. We are both free-spirited kids stuck in adult bodies. We don't put silly expectations on each other. Instead, we just let each other shine. Because she and I hate all the same people. She's very supportive and a really fun. We sing together and act like dorks together. I have to blame it on my performing chorus director. He's why we're best friends. We've been through a lot together. We've grown together, and we make each other better people. We used to be such little assholes, constantly arguing and all that jazz. But then we became self-aware, and we tried to help each other through our mental health issues, and didn't argue as much. We then became more self-aware and realized being each other's therapists at 13 wasn't a good idea. So we kept it more to ourselves, and counselors argued for a bit more, but then suddenly it just stopped as we both matured as people. Now at 19 we're so close. We can talk about anything, and we're not the type of friends who have to be around each other 24/7. But can. I don't worship her and she doesn't worship me. But we're sisters and appreciate each other on a level we can't appreciate other people.